I was Tony Perkins, president of the Family Research Council, a conservative Christian group that promotes what it calls pro-family values.
He was asked today about Dr. Dobbs and said, why don't you just pick up the phone? See if you guys can, reach an accommodation, or at least know that you can't. It's the old conversation about why don't we sit down with Ahmadinejad or somebody else, but what? You sit down with Ahmadinejad or somebody else, but what? The guy's against you. Why don't you reach out, have a conversation? And he says, well, he can call me. I'd take the phone call if he calls me, but he won't initiate the contact. Is that part of it?
Right, based on your description, I don't guess you're going to endorse him either. But the whole idea is that there's a conversation that needs to take place. We saw that still there's 22% of Republican-leaning voters say that the party is not unified, and they don't think it will be unified this fall. In 2004, there were few Republicans saying that, Republican voters saying the party was not unified. He has to have their enthusiastic support to win against an energized Democratic base. I still believe in the conservative coalition, Anderson. I believe that what has made Republicans successful is when they bring together social conservatives, fiscal conservatives, and defense conservatives. I think what's happening in the party, there's a lot of disenchantment among social conservatives with the party establishment. We've got to be clear, we're not looking for John McCain to turn his campaign into the straight and narrow express, but we do believe that he has to address the issues that are of concern to social conservatives. I mean, we know that he will keep America safe and our way of life safe, but does he really understand what the American way of life is? How fundamental faith, family, and freedom really is? He's got to talk about those issues to connect.
Advertising, it tends to slip to the lowest common denominator. You've got people who are reaching for the mute button. You've got to really reach out and touch them. But there is a line that we have to be really careful not to go over. A corporate responsibility to maintain good taste. Shock is not the same thing as persuasion. If we continue to push the envelope towards shock and horrifying people, what you end up doing is coarsening our culture and deadening people in a really important part of their souls. If they aren't able to empathize anymore because they become so used to seeing things that are shocking, that really impoverishes all of us as a community.
Barack, on his own mission, has struggled with race. He's been put on this pedestal as being the candidate that transcends race. But I'll tell you right now, it's not going to be race that trips him up. It's going to be the fact that he is outside of the political mainstream of most Americans. This guy, whether it's tax policy or medical savings accounts, which he opposes, and that actually empowers individuals to make choices in the marketplace. What he's for is for a single-payer system, central government-run system that empowers the government, limits choice, and doesn't trust the market or people in the marketplace.
Right, that one.
We live in a very complex society. You know, the issues that we face today they're more than there were 25 years ago. It's more complex, and I believe also that the involvement of Christians in the political realm has matured. I think that message is going to reshape this whole political season. I mean, look, I don't feel like it's my job in my role to sell him to my constituency. I just don't think that's the way I think we've turned politics upside down. What I think my role is to take the issue set that people that we speak to care about to the candidate and make sure that that's a part of his platform and focus. And we're at an impasse there. I don't think that has happened yet.
Interesting stuff. Tony Perkins, thank you very, very much.